Hi, my name is Jack. Today, Helen and I will be giving a quick overview of the article Why Food Safety Failed in China: The Politics of Scale by John Kojiro Yasuda. First, I would like to give a quick introduction of the article. The author thinks that the production system in China is flawed because of inefficient unit labor output, imperfect standard system of industrialization, and weak innovative capacity. There are also four failed initiatives. The first one is the coordination bodies. And the underlying problem is the local integration. And for campaigns, the problem is the poor institutionalization. For model production zones, the problem is the national integration. And last but not least, the problem for regulatory segmentation is policy diffusion. Now, let's dive into the actual problem of food safety coordination bodies. The author believes that the major issues in food safety coordination bodies is the struggle of comprehending the task of coordination in the food safety process. This basically means that the officials at local government does not understand the actual action that the central government want them to do in terms of coordination. The author also gives an example of Ningxia's provincial official. The official admits that when asked for details, that a major challenge in facilitating coordination among different food safety agencies is that the coordination is really a soft target. Next, let's talk about the campaigns. There are actually three types of campaign. The first one is 严打行动, means strike hard campaigns. And the second one is 整治行动, government ratification campaigns. And the third one is 节日巡查行动, holiday investigation campaigns. The author believes that this campaign was essentially not effective because it interferes the routine monitoring and surveillance work. He brought up an example of the recent clenbuterol campaign. The officials in one county has to stop important day-to-day regulatory monitoring activities to conduct urine tests in all farms with more than 50 pigs. Because of these sudden campaigns, the food safety goal for the country has been changing constantly.
Now I'm going to talk about the remaining two field-scale management initiatives: the agriculture production model and the regulatory segmentation. APP, the model of agriculture production, is established to cope with China's large production scale and to take advantage of the regional diversity. More specifically, based on a policy of one village, one product, provincials and municipal governments select villages to produce specialized food products. Local governments take the authority to decide what they produce, which encourages local innovation and intergovernmental learning. Another goal of APP is to reach the goal of standardization. As each region improves food safety, then the entire food market will gain a higher level of food safety. However, APP is problematic. First, APP creates regulatory disparities, as different local agricultural products have different standards and testing procedures. The second problem is that APP represents an unattainable ideal of the industrialized agriculture. The local standard conflicts with the international standard and is ill-suited in China's farming context. Overall, APPs may be more suitable to local specialty products and may not be able to serve as a model for general food products. The last failed initiative is regulatory segmentation. Since 1990, China has segmented the export and import sectors for all food products. Maintaining the use of a closed export system is highly suited to China's current stage of development, as the domestic standards are less strict than the international standards, and China's export food safety is guaranteed by the regulatory segmentation of the export sector. Although the system brought a large number of exportation, it can cause problems. Since export officers are often unfamiliar with the products, they tend to set unrealistically high food safety standards. Local producers in rural areas with low levels of education and the lack of exposure to global food safety standards resent the complex procedures to follow and the need to participate in the costly surveillance programs to learn about the international standards. Eventually, since the domestic market is not really capable of meeting the international standards, the attempt to pursue such standards can only result in bankruptcy for the majority of the farmers. This is the end of our TED Talk. Thank you all for listening.